Dwayne, you left it extremely late for the all-count. What were the emotions at the end?
Yeah, obviously I thought that I always felt confident we'd get the try because we were putting a lot of pressure. And but as the time goes on, like anything, you think like, oh, we probably lost our last chance. But I thought there was a good bit of sustained pressure. And a maul probably hasn't been the best this year, to be honest. 5 meters out, but we got the job done in the end. In honesty, I thought it was deserved because I think that. As the game went on, I felt we applied a lot of pressure on them. The first half elements were against us, wind was against us. And we let them in for a soft try, in all honesty. We should have been closer at half-time. Missed kick opportunity as well. But I thought second half we applied a lot of pressure on them. And I'm pleased for the boys because, we've been on the wrong end of those losses. And they put a lot of hard work in. And, as I mentioned beforehand in the press, that we've got 4 games at home and a judgment day as well to look forward to. So I think that it was really important that we get that win and try and build some momentum going into next week. I think we viewed this block sort of as 2 games, 2 home games. Glasgow, obviously, difficult opponents. They'll be buoyed by their international guys next week as well. But look, we want to win these 2 games, and that was big for us to get that win at the end.
You can see what I meant for you and the boys, because I'm thinking, the result against the Lions that just went from you at the end. It's been a tough campaign. The emotion was evident for everyone to see.
Yeah, and I think, as I said, like you talk about the Lions, last play of the game. I suppose the Dragons is probably that similar sort of vein as well. I think that, look, everyone works hard, and I think that, we spoke today about playing with a bit of heart, but also have a bit of expression, really. And I think execution-wise, I think yes, we created more than we executed, but I did think we created. I thought we were bold with the ball where we needed to be in the second half. Defensively, I think there was a few errors of scrum defence early in the piece, but in terms of phase defence, I thought we were pretty. We saw some energy going off the line and wanted to go in and disrupt them. So look, I think. Yeah, just pleased to get the win because, it definitely makes your Sunday morning a bit nicer, doesn't it?
I'm sure it does. And a few people turned up well. Alex Craig carried extremely well in that game, which gave you a ball on the front foot. And you kept plugging away, you kept hammering away at the end there.
Yeah, and that's something that we've worked on over the last couple of weeks. I think probably the Edinburgh game here was probably a highlight where we probably didn't get gain line in the middle of the field, and we worked hard on trying to execute that ball carry and the explosiveness through the middle of the field. Thought he in particular, thought Sean Evans was very showed up well in the loose play. I thought Dan Davis is always a tricky customer with ball in hand, etc. Vaifafita obviously carried a lot for us today, and I thought Sam Losey, to be fair, looked sharp when he had opportunity as well as did Teddy, and I think that back 5 sort of really stepped up in terms of that ball carry game, which gave us some quick ball. I think that obviously having Sam back, Costello at 10 as well. I think that. He shaped the game really well for us at times, and I thought Yo's Lloyd at 15 was electric at times. He had the ball, he's got good feet, and he'd get over the gain line. So look, I think that overall, I'm pleased with that side of the game. Big week ahead of us now before we have a bit of a break again for the European competition. But I think that for ourselves, big focus on coming back to work on Monday and looking forward to another home game here on Saturday.
And an unlikely hero, someone who's on for 6 minutes and scores and gets play of the match.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call, but I think that Alex Craig's going to be sort of asking.
Well, he was going to be Alex Craig. I think it should have been Alex Craig, in all honesty. But no, I think that unlikely hero at the end. But no, it's great, isn't it? Like to get over the line. Look, we've been on some sides of some bad TMO calls, in my opinion. And when he went to the TMO at the end, I was like, "Oh, you're joking me." But I was pleased that it came out our way. I think at the end. You've touched upon it, but what do you think this can give you? Can it rejuvenate you now in terms of the fact that you've got a few games here at home?
Well, yeah, definitely. I think if you look at the the structure of the season for us. We knew we were backloaded in terms of home games, and that's the we want to win here. Obviously, we want to make this place. Obviously it's our home, but we want to make sure that when people come here, they've got to earn the right. And I think that the last couple of games we've probably been a bit up and down in that area, and momentum is important. And I think that sort of break now has given us a bit of time to spend on the training field and get some energy in the team. And I think that credit to the Welsh boys. I think they've come back this week and they've been really good in terms of bringing that energy. It's easy enough for them to come in feeling sorry for themselves all week, and they haven't done that. I think they've come in and looked forward to wearing the Scarlet shirt again, and that's really important for me. Proud of that they come back and wanting to play and put their best foot forward. They'll be available for 2 weeks, and obviously they'll go away on a bit of a holiday then within their break then. But I'm delighted that they all wanted to come back and wear the shirt again, and credit to them. I thought every one of them stood up today, and I thought every one of them were good.
Alex Craig's proving a good signing. He's got back in the Scotland squad as a result of what he's done as well. In an era when we talk about lack of carry, and he certainly gives you that, doesn't he?
No, he does. I thought that was his best game best game today, and I think that he's not a massive man. He's an old school lock in many ways. He gets round, does his work, high numbers, high rucks, high carries. And I think that the people around him need to step up for him to perform like that. I think he had a good bit of energy about him, and I thought that the guys around him helped him as well in that area. But no, I thought he was excellent today. Really pleased for him. He's a great guy, and so hopefully many more of those to come.
It's nice to see Johnny Williams back as well, doing what he does, because he does give you that go forward in midfield, doesn't he?
He does. He's a big man and he's explosive, and I think that he gets gain line for you. And what people don't probably underestimate with him is a bit. He can play the ball well as well to the line. He a couple of turnovers today from when he was getting over gain line, so I think we'll have work on that. But I think in terms of his energy and his intent, it's second to none really.
With Steph held up just before the end, and then the TMO review, it must have felt like a long last 4 minutes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so as I said before, I think we've had some frustrations on the TMO. So I think that to get that at the end was obviously a nice one for us going into an important game again next week at home.
How's Steph?
No, he's not great. I think. I'm not sure of the extent of it, but I think he's hurt his Achilles, so he doesn't look great at the minute. So we'll know more next week, and we'll update you in press next week. But it doesn't look very good at the minute. No.
First win since December the 2nd. You'll know that figure, but that must be a nice feeling to move forward to the rest of it.
No, it is, and as I said before to the boys, there's still 7 games to go. So there's a lot of rugby still to be played, and I think we can still build up some momentum going into the back end of the season. Still a lot of points to be played for, and I think that for us it's about climbing the league as much as we can now over the next period. But I also want us to play with. Play with a bit of endeavour as well, and I think at times we did that today. And we had a game plan of playing, but also trying to pin them in a bit as well. We knew that we could maybe challenge them in the air, and we probably stuck to that a bit. And I thought that was a pleasing part of it.
Thank you.
Dwayne, ddech chi adael yn hwyr, ond maen nhw gyd yn cyfri. Beth oedd yr emosiynau fel pan o'ch chi'n aros am y penderfyniad yna?
Amlwg yn bles iawn i fod yn onest, achos mae wedi bod yn amser hir ges bod ni wedi cael buddugoliaeth diwetha, a ni wedi bod ar gefen falle colledion galed o ran emosiwn. A fi credu bod o'n ochr ni, fi credu bod yn braf bod yn ochr arall y buddugoliaeth. O'n i yn tymlo bod dwyster yn chwarae ni, o'n i yn tymlo bod ni'n pwyso nhw, roi pwysau ar Benetton yn diwedd y dydd, ond am sy'n mynd 78-79 munud ni'n meddwl oedd i ddim i fod, ond bles bod ni wedi cael y buddugoliaeth yn amlwg, a braf bod ni'n lli falle gwenu hyn o, a mae'n bendant yn gwneud bord y sil yn fwy pleserus.
Oedd yr ymateb na ar y diwedd yn dangos beth chi wedi bod drwyddo fel carfan tymor yma?
Yn amlwg, a fi credu bod i war y teg y chreuwyr, maen nhw'n gweithio'n galed, a fi credu bod i hyder nhw, yn amlwg, sy'n chi'n gormod o golledio, mae'r hyder yn brifo tyma bach, ond o'n lan ysbryd a cael yn bwyntio bob wythnos, fel garfa, maen nhw wedi bod yn gret. Chybod, gaethon nhw cwbl o beint lan y Cheltenham, so falle bod hwnna wedi gwneud y tric i ni.
Falle wir. A ennill ar y rhasys. Mae sawl gym ydych chi gytre. Beth i ti'n gobeithio mae canlyniad fel hyn nawr yn gallu wneud i chi mewn i'r gym yna?
Yn amlwg creu momentum. Chybod, chi edrych ar peth all a gweud, falle, chybod, buddigoliaeth yn y bag dyn ni, ond meddwl falle o'n i ddim ar yn gorau, falle bod a gweddi o'r gêm, mae rhaid ni gweithio nhw, ond mae'n amlwg, chi'n neud hwnna o safbwynt mwy positif na sydd wedi colli. Yn amlwg, yr un yw'r neges, so mae'r meddylfryd falle bach wahanol, chybod, chi'n mewn, mae pawb yn tueddu gwenu mwy o'r bod y llun os chi wedi cael buddigoliaeth a edrych mlaen gyda llawn hyder at wythnos nesaf. Mae gêm fawr ni, mae Glasgow, maen nhw'n tîm dda, ail yn y gyngrair. Ni'n gwybod fa mor pwerus yn nhw, ni'n wario ni nhw yn gêm gynderfynol. Dim spel bach yn ôl a maen nhw'n tîm enfawr. Scrum, sgarmes midol dda gyda nhw, felly. Mae'n gêm anodd i ni, ond un ni'n edrych mlaen i palu mewn i nhw a gweld treifi.
Mae boes Cymru wedi dod nôl ac maen nhw ddim yn edrych mas o le gyda chi a gobeithio falle gewch chi fwy nôl hefyd wythnos nesaf.
Ie, bendant, fi'n credu bydd rhoi yn ôl wythnos nesaf, gobeithio, ddim cweit yn iawn wythnos un, mae Teim Plumtree ddim bell off dyn ôl hefyd, Jar Taylor ddim bell off dyn ôl, felly maen nhw'n mynd i yn bendant cyfrannu at y garfan. So mae lot i edrych mlaen dros wythnos nesaf, a fe wedi sy'n buddigoliaeth a rhoi hwb sylweddol i'r boes.